here on Carolina Women, and as you can see, Amy has joined us again. I think as we're talking, everyone who's here is like, wow, this is really good information. Tell us more, tell us more. So let's dive a little deeper into this if we can. We've been working under the assumption that we've had the storm and we have some damage. Right. And the filing a claim piece is really where we are.
Right.
So let's take this from there.
Right. So we kind of, when we have a loss, depending on the severity of that loss, is the home habitable?
Okay.
Are we able to be in this home, or is the damage so severe that we are not able to be in the home?
And what determines that? If it goes through my living room and it's hit a bit of my kitchen, my bedrooms, my bathrooms are fine. I do have electricity, but
it varies claim by claim.
Okay,
because if we have someone, let's say it's someone who's oxygen dependent, someone that, you know, we've got a situation that may bear an extenuating circumstance where a home may be habitable for one policyholder but may be deemed uninhabitable for another based on particular conditions. So really the adjuster helps determine that. However, if we know this is a safety issue, we're going to have this house condemned. We've got a major live oak smack through the middle of the home. That would definitely be considered an uninhabitable.
So I'm emotional, I've got a lot going on, I have sat down at my computer, I filed my claim, and I've called you. What happens then?
So once that claim is filed, you're given a claim number. You're given a contact information. I think the main thing to just impart is when we have a major storm, there are lots of losses. Lots of losses. We definitely, I can certainly speak for State Farm, we have a national catastrophe team. We are well equipped, we're poised ahead of time, we are waiting to come in to be able to assist customers. But we too know that we're going to have to kind of prioritize based on where the severity is. So patience is a virtue. Know that patience is a virtue, okay? We have a process. Reach out to that claim adjuster, let them know the best contact information for you, all right? We may have one telephone number on file, but maybe it's a landline. So just a piece of advice, make sure that you're reaching out to your insurance company before the storm and just say, you know, I want to make sure you have all my contact information. I now have an updated email. I now have an updated phone number. Make sure that contact information is valid, because when claims is trying to reach out to you, they're going to use all different resources. They will text you, they can email you, they can call you, but we just need to make sure we have the accurate information to do so.
Then does a real live person come out? Or does it also help for me does it help to have taken pictures of things?
Yes.
Or
and
videos?
And back to before the storm. If you can, just even with your cell phone camera, just do a scan of each room.
Do you all do that?
Important. Do a scan, or just in each room of what you have in there. If you have electronics, just have in the notes on your phone the serial numbers. Just so we can have an idea of the make and model of your television, of other electronics that you may have. But ahead of time, kind of make sure you've got an inventory. All right, that's helpful. All right, and then when you're touching base with the adjuster, just make sure that you are letting them know where the damage is in the home, what you feel the extent of the damage is. There are times when what we call an in-house adjuster will be able to assist with just from the photos submitted. There are other times that it's going to warrant an adjuster physically coming out and inspecting that home. The main thing is, again, like Western North Carolina, when you have areas that are very difficult to get back into, they're also difficult to get back into for our claims team, but we will do our best to be there as quickly as possible. One of the interesting
things that I heard, I was just at a conference and they were chatting about Western North Carolina just wasn't ever used to this kind of a storm. So we're like, oh yeah, you know, it's another hurricane, and they just had no expectation. So it's been really devastating for a lot of people, even here. So,
well, and this is the pitch for flood insurance for the Lowcountry. Even for folks who have been told or they hear, I'm not in a flood zone. We are in in the Lowcountry,
Yeah.
please consider carrying flood insurance, because if we do have damage due to rising water, as we've talked before on the show, that's specifically excluded under your homeowner's policy. You want to make sure that you don't have gaps
All
in
I
your
have
coverage.
to say is, for 10 years, I was like, flood insurance, grumble, grumble, grumble. And then we had a flood. I was like, oh, so happy I have flood insurance. Stay with us. There's more to come here on Carolina Women.